AI is not just a tool. AI isn't replacing one specific skill. It's a general substitute for cognitive work. We've never had this before. It gets better at everything simultaneously. When factories automated, a displaced worker could retrain as an office worker. When the internet disrupted retail, workers moved into logistics or services. AI doesn't leave a convenient gap to move into. Whatever you retrain for, it's improving at that too. Let me give you a few specific examples. Matt continues to make this tangible, but I just want to be clear that these are just examples. This list is not exhaustive. If your job isn't mentioned, it doesn't mean it's safe. Almost all knowledge work is being affected. AI can already read contracts, summarize case law, draft briefs, and do legal research at a level that rivals junior associates. The managing partner mentioned isn't using AI because it's fun. He's using it because it's outperforming his associates on many tasks. We'll stop hiring at the lower levels. We will knock the base out of the pyramid because there's no point hiring low-level analysts, low-level clerks in the legal profession. That means we won't have clerks raising up through progression and cutting their teeth on low-level grunt work like discovery, for example. Gone. AI is going to take all of that. So this same pattern will happen across many professions and industries where the entry level will go first. It will be gutted. People will say, if you take out the entry level, we won't have people learning how to be lawyers and accountants, and then the whole thing comes tumbling down. They won't destroy their own industries. Yes, they will. The people making these decisions, the managing partners, the heads of these firms, they're thinking about their bottom line right now. They are thinking about retirement in 5 to 10 years. How can they maximize profit and reduce costs over the next couple of years? They don't care if the firm is around 20, 30 years from now. Plus, competitors in the industry are starting to use artificial intelligence, which means your hands are tied and you do not have a choice as to whether you start to use artificial intelligence. Industries won't do this themselves. They're not stupid. They won't stop hiring people because that will collapse the whole pyramid. They just want to maximize profits in the short term. They're not thinking about the 10, 20, 50-year future of the firm. Financial analysis. Building models, analyzing data, writing investment memos, generating reports. AI handles these competently and is improving fast. Writing content, marketing, report, journalism, technical writing. The quality has reached a point where many professionals can't distinguish AI output from human work. This is why I shut down my digital marketing agency. When GPT 3.5 came out, I remember using it and thinking, it's a bit crap, it might get better. A couple of years down the line, this is going to be a huge problem. Writing advert, copy for sales pages, preparing campaigns, etc. All going to be automated. We'll produce 100 variations of a sales page, test them all, see which one works. We don't need to handcraft that anymore, so I'm out. I actually shut down my agency because of this. I saw the writing on the wall. I have people still in the agency game, in marketing, and I am glad I made that jump. Software engineering. This is a field I know best. A year ago, AI could barely write code without errors, and now it writes hundreds of thousands of lines correctly. Large parts of the job are already automated, not just simple tasks, but complex multi-day projects. There will be far fewer programming roles in a few years than there are today. Yeah. I had somebody on my live yesterday who said, I'm studying computer science. What do you recommend? My answer was start to build something you can sell yourself. Because if you are relying on an employer to give you a job, that's a bad bet because the job market is going to get slammed. Go out, carve your own space, start to build something. Yes, you need to learn how to run a business. You need to learn marketing. You're going to have to learn all this stuff as well. But that is how you survive. And thankfully, there's huge opportunities right now using AI to make a lot of money very quickly. I saw there's a guy, just as an example, there's a guy in San Francisco, and because OpenClaw or Claudebot is popular, everyone's like, I need it. How do I set it up? He will come to your office or house and for $2,500 set up a Mac Mini for you. He'll secure it, install a Claudebot to help you get set up on Telegram. Boom, he's done. He's only doing it in San Francisco because he's driving around doing it for people. Apparently, he's made about $1 million already. And there are opportunities. You need to pay attention. Medical analysis, reading scans, analyzing lab results, suggesting diagnoses, reviewing literature. AI is approaching or exceeding human performance in several areas. Scans, so imaging in particular. They're very good at reading scans, better than humans. When you have a human and an AI working together, that does worse than the AI by itself. Certain areas will be extremely liable to disruption, like imaging, whereas others, for example, nursing, will not be as much because it's non-algorithmic. Every single day you're dealing with different shit, basically. It's more physical. There's a physical component and robotics is still behind, and it requires a lot of human empathy. So nursing, pretty safe. Radiography, done. Customer service, generally capable AI agents, not the frustrating chatbots of years ago, are being deployed now, handling complex multi-step problems. The problem is we still use the word chatbot. So most companies, when you say, oh, I'll build you an AI chatbot, they're still thinking of the crappy ones from years ago based on decision trees, not large language models. It needs another word. Customer service agent is a bit better. We could go on. We can talk about every single industry. All industries will get hit at different rates. So some will be safer for now, but they're all going to be affected in some way. And remember, even if you are in a safe industry, if other industries are not safe and people are losing their jobs and people are losing their incomes and industries are collapsing, your industry will have knock-on effects. There will be problems in your industry because there's less disposable income to spend on you and your service.